Hey guys, how you doing? It's like May 8th. It's May 8th, 2025. Wow. We're coming at the halfway point of this year, you guys. That's like incredible. I've have quite a bit to share today. I hope you guys are following me and liking me and getting your free report with my Mercury in retrograde, Mercury in Aries report. What I've been working on is to help you guys understand how I view things, how I gauge things. So I created these free reports so you get an idea of what, when the sun is in a certain position, how it's affecting you. Because like Mercury is in Aries right now. So I created the Mercury in Aries report because we're in that right now. So definitely check out my bio. The report's there. It's absolutely free. And next is Mercury coming in Taurus, and that's going to come out around the 10th or so. So, hey, hey, hey. Oh, my goodness. It is a beautiful sunny day here in Los Angeles. Hey, Pops. Thanks for joining me on the Tiki Tiki Talk. And hey, you guys out in YouTube land. Thanks for joining. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, first, happy birthday to all my Tauruses. All my Tauruses out there, happy birthday. I'm having tea just for you. Happy birthday. Mm. Something about warm tea, not too hot, that just soothes the throat and it just relaxes you. It's just something about tea. And I usually take turmeric and some hot water and maybe a little pepper because turmeric's good for inflammation and just make my own little concoction. So it's so good. Okay, so got a couple of things to update you on. Pluto, the planet that normally rules Scorpio, hidden stuff behind the scenes, death, sex, that good stuff. It is in Aquarius, which is about revolution, change, growth, humanities. And it just started going backwards. Now, I talk about retrogrades from different positions because I do think they're there to guide us and to give us some insight. And Pluto in retrograde doesn't happen that often. So, and it started on May 4th and it ends on October 13th, 2025. I think in one of my TikToks I said the 13th, but I didn't say 2025. So, anywho, that just started. And guys, as you can feel in the world, there's a lot of growth, a lot of opportunity. They just elected a new pope. Congratulations on that. And I think as a people, we're growing and changing. Now, you as a person, you have a beautiful opportunity because if you're here during this time, you are about making some contribution to yourself and to the world around you in a positive way. So, as this transformation happens, I think Pluto brings up our past and has us look at it again to see if we've learned something, or do we still want to do the same dumb shit over and over and over again? It's a choice. So, when I'm talking to you about your anxiety and fears, I sincerely mean I understand. I truly do. But you have to have faith over your fears. I'm a member of a lot of different groups on the social media scene, on the Facebook scene. And I put in one of my posts, faith over fear. And one of my groups that was supposed to be a positive mindset group, and they never put up anything negative, so I thought that was positive. I'd say within about 10 minutes, no more than 10, I had someone yell back, take your faith and keep it to yourself. Don't push your religion on me. And because that response was so freaking silly, I just went ahead and deleted my post and removed myself from that group. Because if you're going to say something in a positive setting with positive people, why would you let somebody disturb that? He don't have permission. He does not have permission. And it wasn't no skin off my nose because that told me he's a putrid soul that wants to be in the darkness. And that's perfectly fine by me. That's his choice. Because energy begots energy. And if he saw something negative, then that means he's seeing something negative within himself. Do you really want that energy around you? Do you really want to dance with someone who is obviously not okay? Now, don't get me wrong, because I know we have family and friends, and sometimes we have to deal with it like luggage. We can't get rid of them. They're a part of who we are. But there is a balance where you know your personal limit and how much you can give before they have to just stop, go elsewhere for a little bit. It's the same thing in your energy field. And with Pluto about to do its number, it's about transformation within here. Like, what's going on here? Like, what's in this noggin? What am I thinking? What am I trying to convey or not? Now, Merc, the sun's in Taurus right now. Happy birthday to all my Tauruses. Happy birthday to both. You guys are the sweetest. Y'all rule Venus. I mean, come on. Y'all rule physical possessions, sensuality, sex, all that stuff. You guys, I mean, Scorpio thinks they got it on the emotional, but Tauruses will give you some run for their money because they do real beauty. Okay. They rule Venus, and Venus is gorgeous and she likes her pleasure. Okay. So we got the sun in Taurus. Mercury is in Aries. That's why I suggested you guys to get your Mercury in Aries report while the Mercury is in Aries so you can observe some of the things I'm saying in it. And it's absolutely free. On the 10th, Mercury will be moving into Taurus, and I will have my own take on that on Mercury in Taurus report. That'll be out probably next week. Okay, because it's Mother's Day weekend. Um, Venus is in Aries. Yeah. Mars is in Leo. Whew, that's a lot of fire. Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, that's air, making it happen. Saturn in Pisces. Discipline on that emotional stuff. Uranus in Taurus. Once again, Uranus is making that Taurus shake and move. And Taurus is like, damn, but enjoy it, Taurus. Enjoy it. This is a chance for you to grow and probably make things easier for yourself if you just think about your long range goal. Okay. And then you got Neptune in Aries. That's always fun. That just started. Neptune, rule normally Pisces, is in Aries. So that's going to be like, that energy where you want to charge forward, especially for your dreams, hopes, desires, spirituality. And then Pluto in Aquarius. Now, Pluto in Aquarius doesn't happen that often either. And Pluto normally rules Scorpio or, you know, and Aquarius, you know, it's not always comfortable. It's going to start retrograding. Yeah. Matter of fact, it already has started. It started on May 4th and will be ending on uh, the 13th of October. So it's a little bit of time. So the reason why I bring you guys all this info is because your spiritual well-being is priceless. It's priceless, you guys. The time you have on earth is precious. So I've created a program. It's called the Guided Astrology Program. It's called the GAP for short, that helps you get information about what's happening with your specific sign every week. It's got affirmations, some aromatherapy suggestions, and it's a Zoom link. Now, I have a special one this month. It's intro price at $9.99. Regular price is $29.99 a month, and it's a membership. You can cancel at any time. You're going to need this program. Yeah, you're going to need the program because you're going to need to feed your head some positive insight and information. There's going to be a bunch of just muckety muck coming down, just muckety muck. And you got to decide if you want to absorb muckety muck and make yourself mentally, physically ill, or do you want to feed yourself something positive to keep yourself going in the direction that you need to go in for self preservation? Because your spirituality is where all that begins. When you have faith in yourself, you make better choices. Okay. And those choices help build more confidence and put you in a position where you feel better. At Candles by Ari, which is my company, we have the candle of the month, which is because of Mother, is our pink candle this month. Now, this is the 12 ounce. We do have the 16 ounce on sale. Mm. This reminds me so much of rose quartz, the color rose quartz. It's just, anyway, it's love, it's light, it's got an affirmation that works on it. Go to countessbyari.com and go ahead and, while you pick up your free report from Mercury, get yourself the candle of the month, okay? Because you're going to need tools, guys. And you have to invest in yourself. You just do. You have to invest in yourself because this energy is not going to just instantly go away. You have to make some long term decisions. What in the heck do you want? Hmm? What are you trying to make happen in your life? Because you need to align yourself with your joy and your happiness, not with your sadness and your depression, because that's going to be there if you let it. We all have to go through our ups and downs. Nobody's immune. How you deal with them determines how your mind state is and where you end up going. Do you get better after you learn something or do you get worse? I mean, what's your mindset? Is the glass half full or if the glass half empty? I just want you to take a moment and think about that. Because if the glass is half empty, what is it going to take to fill it up? And if it's full, what do you want to do with it? Hmm? This is all about choice. This is about grooving and moving with divine design. That's what we do at Candles by Ari. We just create a mental well-being for you to live by, for you to like go, okay, cool, things aren't so bad. I'll light a candle. I'll listen to a meditation. I'll take a look at the gap. I'll get some potpourri. These all have come from years of me working with my clients, developing different tools and methods to stay connected to their well being. And that's what it's about. When it's all said and done, it's about you feeling better about you because can't nobody do that for you. Hmm. Now, make sure you're following me and liking me on my social media page, okay? Because I'll follow back. Bear with me on some of my technical stuff, and it's not that I'm slow. It's just I'm QC crazy. Want to make sure things are as good as possible, but at the same time, I want to make sure that the authentic, what you see is what you get type of situation is there as well, because it's very important that you connect with the material that I'm putting out, okay? Because we're all gonna need each other. At some point, we all gonna need each other. And it is better to be in a pleasant circumstance with a network that's blessed than to be with folks that are just they're just not team members. That's all I can say is they're not team members. And you need a team. You need a team. Nobody can do anything completely on their own. I know people have tried, and yes, it's possible. If you really, really, really push, you can, absolutely. But why would you want to make yourself unnecessarily crazy? Hmm? I'm just saying. Sometimes we got to pick and choose some battles. And with the energy coming down, especially with Mercury moving into Taurus, and I'll have that report for you. It's a different mindset. They're more stable. They have more focus. I think it's actually a good positioning on a high level. There's always a low to it. Yeah, you can get sticky, get stuck in your own ways, not want to change things. And that's okay because I think a part of growing up is learning where you may have started and then where you're going. Yeah, where you're going. And to have that faith over your fears. I really think that's what Pluto in Aquarius is going to be saying to us. Is like, what are our deepest fears? What are our deepest, hangups? And even as a society, I feel like we all can grow more and we can make better improvements. But we have to be ready to do our part. You have to be ready to participate. I used to volunteer, and one of the ladies I volunteered with gave me a little sign, and I never forget it somewhere in one of my shelves, and it says, "Before you complain, have you volunteered?" And I think that is so important. That is so important to have that clarity. that before you start complaining about something, do you have any idea of the workload or where it's at before you start complaining? Have you volunteered? Because I do believe if we walk in each other's shoes just a couple of moments, we would see a different side of life. Maybe some better, maybe some worse, but we would definitely see the diversity that is so beautiful about humanities, because we have the ability to see beyond and grow, and energy begots more energy, but you have to pick and choose how to do it, and that's free will, guys. That's free will. Don't let nobody manipulate your free will. Do your own homework, check some things out, look for the resources. Always do a sample. There's nothing wrong with experimenting and growing. Nothing. As long as you're taking the data and you're doing something progressive with it. You're not staying stuck where you are and just not moving forward or backwards. Just because that's not good either. That could be very draining and over a period of time can irritate you. So, with Mercury still being in Aries, let's try to think about some positive things you want to get done, like goal wise. Because as Mercury moves into Taurus, it's an opportunity for you to actually get in there and start making it happen. hmm Like literally, you have more stamina. You be able to think a little bit more, maybe get a little bit more clarity about why. hmm I went to go see Sinners. I don't know if you guys got a chance to see it. I'm probably going to go back to see it a couple of times because the tapestry in this movie is so rich. It's so much information, and it is a horror movie. And I normally do not like horror movies. Like, that's not my jam, but this was so well written. It was so well written. And I actually have gained a deeper respect for Michael B. Jordan. I mean, I only saw him in Black Panther, so I really didn't see a lot of his work, but I gained a lot of respect for him as an actor. He did a fantastic job. So did the whole cast and the crew. I mean, it was an outstanding movie. So, and for me, it was fun. Like, I don't like horror movies, but the way that it was written and the way that it was put together, I have to say that I actually enjoyed it. So we'll talk about that at a later time, but definitely want to see it a couple more times just so that I understand. There's so many things going on, so many things going on. It reminded me of life. Like, we are busy as the dickens, guys. There's always something to be done, but you have to take those moments to breathe and bring it back down to you. What is this? What are we making happen? What are we working through? And I, as a spiritual life coach, have been given the gift of understanding just aspects of astrology and aromatherapy and affirmations. And I've helped my clients over quite a bit of time learn how to navigate through their ups and downs so they are hitting their goals. They are getting the aspirations done. And this is what life's about. Once you hit one goal, it instills this confidence that you can do more. And that makes you a lot more attractive. Let's put it like that. Okay. Because nobody wants to be around somebody that's just like sitting there looking all, how you doing? How you doing? You okay? Okay. Everything will work out. Everything's gonna work out. You want energy, right? Don't you want energy? Don't you want to receive energy? Well, those things happen as you feel better on the inside about your choices. And in the mindful meditation program that we have, I do it twice a month live, and we have an on demand library that's incredible. And it's all done through Zoom. That's what I like about Zoom. You can store and keep your library pretty much as long as you want and download it. I mean, it's a beautiful thing. But the thing about my guided mindful meditations is just silence. It's just me talking you through to your inner self. And sometimes just having that moment, it's like going to a chiropractor where you finally get back into alignment and you can tune into what is it that I'm trying to make happen? Like, what is this all about? And just getting that stillness, not where you fall asleep, because it's not about going to sleep. It's just about having that energy just where you can be still for a moment in a safe place and hear What is my goal? What is my aspiration? What am I trying to make happen? And allow yourself that moment of just discovering, and hell, maybe even doing it. You know, you may figure out different ways to do things that you've never considered because, you know, it's hard. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. I have to tell you, Olivia, I didn't think, because I never watched Creed. I saw bits and pieces of it, but but when I saw him in this movie, I was like, yeah, that man got some acting chops. Like, he's got a hell of a range, and that's nothing but respect. So you can like him and love him at the same time, and that's the sign of a talented man, to be able to keep you tuned in and turned on and hate him at certain points. Sound like a relationship to me. I'm just joking. I'm just, because hey, relationships goes through highs and lows, and that's the other thing with Mercury moving into Taurus. You may feel more sensuality. You may feel more need for pleasure. I'm not specifying what. Everybody has their own level of depth of what they like. So if you do have an inkling, an itch, or urge, maybe pay attention to that. Maybe the universe is, telling you something. I'm just saying, take advantage of the positive aspects of the physical. A Taurus rules possessions, earth, banks, clothing, the value, touch, and the throat. They usually have really exquisite throats. I think Adele. I think Adele is a Taurus. I think so. And because they have that Venus influence, they want it to be pretty. They don't want it to be harsh. I mean, even when they curse you out, it's like in the nicest way possible. It's almost like, you got to get them to the point where they're so stupid, where they're so angry they can no longer think straight. Then they just say whatever comes to mind and possibly pick up shit and want to hit you with it. Yeah. Yeah, they get a little nuts. This is a bull. I mean, the Taurus is a bull. It rules a sign, bull. So but on the other side, they can be the sweetest, most loving. My grandmother was Taurus, so I have the fondest uh, memories of her Tauran energy because she was just very mom. And by the time I came along, she was seasoned mom. She was a grandma. So, I got the best of it. So, you want that energy around you. So maybe during this time when Mercury hits Taurus, you may want to consider, I don't know, putting yourself in a new clothing, or maybe changing your detergents, maybe, taking yourself to a really nice dinner or something. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Just stuff that could help you connect, feel good, join in. So, I mean, energy is what we need right now. And sometimes just praying for your fellow man, like I pray for everybody. I'm sending everybody who's watching and listening on all the social medias that I'm on right now, that you receive love and light and blessings to you and yours under grace and perfect way. And so it is. And that's how you do it, guys. You just send some love out and be open to receiving it, because sending and receiving is a part of this process. And like I said, with the sun being in Taurus right now, and Mercury about to creep over into Taurus, it would be a good time for you to get a little bit more earthy. And it's also Mother's Day. Yeah, Mother's Day is this month. I think it's this Sunday. Well, we do Mother's Days for Mexican Mother's Day and regular, because I'm equal opportunity mother, and I'd like to make sure everybody gets a chance to give me presents and gifts. Just say it. So if you have someone who's mothered you, who's loved you, who treated you well, go to candlesbyaria.com and get them a Mother's Day candle and have it directly sent to them. All right, and we'll include a personal note if you give us any specific instructions. All right, because you want light around you guys. You want to create that magnetic force of in and out and receiving, giving, and just flowing. And sometimes you just got to go on that faith. Sometimes you're just going to have to believe, because the other side is just too painful. To give up hope, to never think things will change, to stay in despair, that sounds painful. That sounds sad. And it sounds very, 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 very depressing. And sometimes, like I said, we have to go through our process. but make it a process. Don't make it a ritual of life. Don't make that normal. Don't accept that you deserve less than, because you don't. If spirit is giving you the ability to hear, see, walk, think for yourself, and everything's pretty much working, then you still have choice. You still can make things different for you. Hey, you got a pulse. And as long as you have a pulse, guys, and you still believe that you have something you want to do, it doesn't have to be major. It could just be simply, attaining a personal goal, going to a particular place, seeing some spot, or buying something you've always wanted. It doesn't have to be big. It could be very simple. It's the gesture, it's the thought, it's the intent that puts the wheels in motion for the energy to come back to you. And let that self soothing just breathe. Now, it is Mother's Day. So if you do have someone that's been motherly, loving towards you, do something nice for them. I say buy candles by art because I think that'd be the best choice. That you know what the person you love really enjoys. So make sure you're showing some expression of gratitude and thankfulness for all that they've done for you. A thank you is also just goes a long way. So even if that's all you have, that's enough. Okay. Now we are going to have some shifts in astrology coming up. I hope you guys are following me on the social media. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube, Facebook. Mom got to have a sweet because of her. Oh, Tyson, blessings. Blessings to your mom. I'm glad she got a sweet. Oh, she got staples. I'm sorry, baby. It's moving really fast. But blessings to her. Blessings to your mom. We're sending a lot of light to you, okay? But guys, follow me, okay? And definitely check out my free reports. And you guys, once you get into the ecosystem, okay, I got a lot of other things that the other public will not be getting because you on the inside. Because we do support and create a positive vibration every day, all day long, because we can't go backwards. These can't go backwards. And sending that love and light, it's sometimes all we got. Tyson, blessings to you on burying your friend today. God bless you, okay? Stay in light. I'm sending you so much love. So much love. It ain't always easy, guys. It's not. And with the planets and the shiftings, it's our little cheat sheet. That's how I feel like it's like a cheat sheet to kind of get yourself in a position where you're not so unprepared that you freak out and don't do anything. Because that would be sad for you not to do anything. You know the difference between a coward and a hero? Anybody? You know the difference between a coward and a hero? Chime in if you know. It's only one significant difference. Not a biggie. They both can do it. They're both capable of doing it. And the universe would support them doing it. But the difference between a coward and a hero is a coward does absolutely completely nothing. Nothing. They stop, they wait for the cavalry, they get confused. I can say examples in real time, but I'm gonna bless it because that would be just rude. But they do absolutely completely nothing. Nothing. While a hero, though still in the same spot of fear, anxiety, worry, not too sure if this shit's gonna work, does something. And that something opens up the chain of energy to other people in situations. It's like a pinball. Once you hit one thing, then another thing, then another thing, then another thing, the domino effect kicks in. And that's what you want. And that's what heroes do because they inspire us. Yeah, they inspire us. Like if they can do it, then let me try to do something. Let me make an effort. And guys, sometimes that's all you have to do is just make the effort. The doors open because maybe they want that screwed on tight in the first place. I mean, if somebody's got to scare the shit out of you to get you to do what they want you to do, That's called bullying. That is not somebody that knows how to have a conversation, discuss with you, and create a realistic schedule of the things you're trying to allow happen. So slow down. Think through. If something don't feel right, it's because it ain't right. If it look like a duck, it smell like a duck, it's a duck. Okay? It's a duck. So you gotta own it. And use your affirmations. I know you gotta have one positive saying that you say to yourself. Just one positive thing that you say to yourself. You can use Bible verses. I got this gift a couple weeks ago, and it's literally the universe. It's like a universe, the whole universe. And I already had Earth because I love my crystals. And every night before I go to sleep, I always send a lot of love and light to our solar system and to our planet because I feel like we need to keep this vibrational energy going and sending each other love and light is a magnetic force that's so powerful. So I want you guys to know that I am praying for you every single night for the whole universe, asking for divine guidance and insight. I need to do something for my mom and grandpa. I should, yeah, Tyson, get something for them nice. It's you know something thoughtful. He was talking about his mother. He's on my TikTok channel, but yeah, just even if you don't have a mother, even if somebody was just nurturing to you or gave Dickens about you at certain points, maybe give them a call. Just say hi, check in with them to see how they're doing, or even friends of friends' parents. Just say hello to their moms and dads if you like. You'd be surprised that just saying hello could change a person. A lot of people are living isolated. I mean, even though we're connected now, we're all in our own individual areas. And I thank you for that. I thank you for that. Matter of fact, where are you guys from today? If you want to hit it in the chats, see who's around. If you want, if you don't, that's perfectly fine. But whew, when you look in the mirror, I want you to see good things. When you walk down the street, I want you to hold your head up high. I want you to feel good about what you're doing in this planet and for yourself. So please try to get 8 hours of sleep a night. Just eight, six minimum, solid. Drink your 64 ounces of water in a 24-hour window. That's reasonable, don't you think? Eat a fruit and a vegetable. Fruit and a vegetable. Okay, you'd be surprised. A banana, a carrot. Doesn't have to be big stuff, just little stuff. Just to keep this flowing. And spend some time in gratitude. Be thankful. Be in awe. You know? Hey, Michelle, how would you want to be treated? Right? That's my big thing. It's how do you want to be treated? I want to be treated sweetly, nicely, and considered loving. I do not want people to drive me crazy because I can do that on my own by myself. Mm-hmm. So let's make a deal because I go live here at least once a week, Thursdays, unless there's some holiday stuff going on, then, shifts and shifts. But let's make a pact to meet here. I will be having this episode up probably immediately because I'm streaming this off of my laptop today, which some of my viewers said it's been pretty good. So, um, Tyson, work on getting to six and you'll be okay. If you're at 5 hours of sleep, go six and you can do it. Just add an extra 30 minutes before you go and add an extra 30 minutes before you get out of bed. Boom, there you are. Okay. But breathe, guys. Deep breaths in and release. I'm spiritual coach Ari Mack. I'm here. I got products, I got services, I got classes, and they're all digital. Okay. Well, a lot of the products are not, but you get the gist. You know what I'm saying? So definitely check out my website, candlesbyari.com. Get your free Mercury and Aries report. Pick yourself up some candles and come to meditation class. God dang it. Okay? It's all online. If you missed the class, I record it so you can actually get an on demand copy of it through Zoom. How sweet is that? That is so sweet. I'm like, dude, let's use the technology we have to build a better mindset for ourselves and bring in cool ass people who look good and like having fun and who love the dickens out of us, right? Let's do that. So I'm here, like I said, once a week live, but I'm uploading and I'm going to be doing a lot more uploading on my YouTube. So check my bio, wherever it is, for more information. And, if you have questions, hit me back. I'm on all the social medias. Pick one. And if I don't answer quickly, it's probably because I'm not paying attention at that moment. But one of my assistants will get back with you as soon as possible. How about that? Yeah. And just remember, guys, you're blessed. And once again, for moms everywhere, happy Mother's Day. And I hope you guys take advantage of all the motherly goodies that you deserve and extra stuff and in everything in between, because Lord knows being a mom is a tough job. Raising another decent human being is huge. So, and thank you. Thank you for the gifts, Tyson. Thank you. Appreciate. But on the other side, being of light, being of service, finding your peace of mind, being able to look yourself in the mirror and like what you see, that's priceless. Priceless. So take a deep breath in and release. Make sure you're following this and sharing this with people you know that need some love, need some light. I'm gonna get me some lunch now. Oh, and for the aromatherapy this month, I'm recommending you guys maybe get some lavender or some rosemary, because it's like got a mint. It's in the mint family, and it's something about sharpening your senses. Yeah, because we're dealing with Earth. Like I said, Taurus is a fixed sign. At the end of the month, it goes into Gemini. So, that's a little thing. We'll talk about that later. But, get yourself some lavender flowers, or make some rosemary chicken. The thing about rosemary is it grows pretty wild. So if you can't find it at the grocery store, take a walk in the neighborhood. Somebody always has a rosemary bush. They just do. It just smells good. It's just mwah. And just grab a couple pieces of it, wash it really good, you know what I mean, and then dry it out, and you can use it as a herb, or you can infuse it in oils. Olive oil in particular is a really good one. Just find a way to get a little bit of it in year round. You know what I mean? You can even crush it and put in some potpourri for yourself. I mean, just try to find a way to connect with something that's not that expensive, that can help you feel a little good about you, just a little good about you. Can we do that? Yes. I do believe we can. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Miss D just popped in on my TikTok. I'm like, woo, what's up? Thank you, my love. Appreciate you. Miss Chocolate. Girl, people change their names. They got so many handles. I just know who you are on the inside, which is blessed. Say it with me. I am blessed, highly favored, and divinely guided, under grace in a perfect way. And so it is. And so it is, y'all. All right, I'm gonna skedaddle because I need to get some lunch going, and I got another kind calling in. Never a dull moment. Just remember, you guys, you're blessed. Mwah. Bye. Love you.